Assalamu alaikum, 1 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Hira Mustafa. First, the headlines. Prime Minister in a telephonic conversation with Saudi Crown Prince had discussed latest developments in occupied Kashmir. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations has briefed UN General Assembly President about the grave situation in occupied Kashmir. Federal Cabinet meets in Islamabad today with Prime Minister in the chair to discuss overall political and economic situation of the country. Iran has ruled out talks with the United States unless all sanctions imposed on Tehran are lifted. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan made a telephone call to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz and discussed the latest developments in the region. The Prime Minister also briefed the Saudi Crown Prince about the latest developments in occupied Kashmir. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, while appreciating the efforts of Turkey for unity of Muslim Ummah, has urged Ankara to play its role to end the curfew in occupied Kashmir. During his telephonic conversation with the Turkish counterpart Mevlut Cavusoglu, the Foreign Minister appraised him about human rights violations by Indian forces in occupied Kashmir. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Kashmir issue is on UN Security Council's agenda since 1948 with 11 resolutions as part of its record. On the occasion, the Turkish Foreign Minister said, "We are observing the whole situation." Pakistan's permanent representative to the UN, Maliha Lodi, met with President of UN General Assembly, Maria Fernanda, in New York and briefed her in detail about the grave situation in occupied Kashmir. In a tweet today, Maliha Lodi said the United Nations should live up to its obligations on Indian-occupied Kashmir. Amnesty International has called on the Indian government to immediately release all the political leaders in occupied Kashmir and put an end to the deliberate silencing of voices in the region. Executive Director of Amnesty International India, Akhir Patel, voiced concerns over the situation in Indian-occupied Kashmir, saying depriving an entire population of their right to freedom of expression, opinion and movement for an indefinite period runs squarely counter to international norms and standards. In occupied Kashmir, due to curfew and other restrictions and communication blockade for the 23rd consecutive day today, people are facing severe problems, including economic loss in Kashmir Valley. Normal life remained affected in Kashmir as markets and schools remained shut in the valley. All internet and communication services, including landline phone, mobile and TV channels, are closed. Federal Cabinet meets in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. It will discuss overall political and economic situation of the country. Special Assistant to Prime Minister for Overseas Pakistani Syed Zulfikar Abbas Bukhari has said a National Tourism Coordination Board has been constituted for the development of tourism. Addressing an event in Islamabad today, he said the role of Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation is also being expanded to provide maximum facilities to the tourists. Iran has ruled out for talks with the United States unless all sanctions imposed on Tehran are lifted. President Rouhani, in a speech at state television, has said that Tehran has never wanted nuclear weapons. He said, first the US should act by lifting all illegal, unjust and unfair sanctions, then talks will be held. He vowed to continue to scale back commitments under the 2015 deal if Iran's interests are not guaranteed. The US says there is no timeline for the withdrawal of US forces from Afghanistan. President Donald Trump, at a press conference on the last day of G7 summit in Biarritz, France, said the negotiations between the US and Taliban negotiators are underway in Doha, Qatar. He pointed out to his administration's efforts in talking with both the Afghan government and the Taliban as the two sides of the war. In Afghanistan, 9 militants were killed during air raids targeted Taliban hideouts in Karan wa Munjan district of the northern Badakhshan province. According to the statement of army, air raids were conducted in Askazar area and destroyed a number of arms and ammunitions. Meanwhile, 8 Afghan soldiers and 8 militants were also killed during clashes at an army checkpoint in western Baghi's province. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.